The Puck of the Glen, a short story by Sanford Berenberg. Tommy had been wandering off in the woods for some time now. Walking curiously through the forest, looking at the great sights he had never seen before. A look of awe covered his face when he saw the multicolored mushrooms growing from tree sides. Another wonder that never grew in the big city where he lived. The greenery here carried much more impact, not being littered on or dug out and placed in some bucket. Here it all grew naturally. Tommy had never seen so much nature in such beautiful arrangements before. Not even bedtime stories could touch what he now viewed. His feet trudged on as his eyes and mind swam in the surrounding fauna. His movements through this new environment carried him deeper and deeper into a land he did not know. By the time he finally accepted that he was helplessly lost, he walked in what he thought were many circles. He looked everywhere for a familiar sight, finding none. Fear of unknown terrors set in on his mind. He hoped his parents would find him, like they had always done in the past, as in the shops and markets they frequented. This time, they did not provide the rescue to his plight. Early afternoon turned into dusk and soon turned to an even darker night. Tommy felt very small in the scheme of this forest. He found a large glen just before the last light exited the woods. At the edge of this grassy clearing stood a tall and powerful tree. He decided to sleep. Here, Tommy felt strangely safe. Once laying down, he thought of his parents waking him in the morning and the food he would eat then. His stomach gurgled audibly to emphasize its argument at sleeping without dinner. His fears subsided as the weight of his eyelids increased. Submitting to this irresistible force, he drifted off to better lands. Next morning came swiftly, as if night had come and gone within the same hour. Tommy woke, hoping to see his parents or even a single sigh of his home neighborhood. A scent then hit his nose, exciting him. He knew this smell. He looked down at his feet. There on a clean, overturned leaf lay a loaf of freshly baked cornbread. Forgetting his hunger temporarily, he scanned the glen to find his mother who must have baked this bread. He found no one. Slightly confused and even more hungry, he ate the break swiftly. In his mixed emotions, he failed to notice this bread's exquisite taste. This small loaf also filled his stomach more than any other. Finishing the soft, warm cornbread, he rose and walked about the glen. He went along its perimeter and within. Here, he decided, would be a good place to stay and wait for his parents, who would be returning soon, he hoped. The day passed, leaving the youngster with many sights that he had only read or heard about form others in the past. He recalled all these sights over and over again in a growing boredom. Dusk came and departed again. Finding his tree, he lay down. Suddenly he jumped up and started squinting at the base of the large oak. Last night he slept on the hard roots, but now he looked at thick, soft, and warm green moss that covered that very same root. Too tired to figure out this change, he just lay himself down once more and fell right to sleep. Night came and passed, as did the last. He again awoke to the sweet aroma of freshly baked cornbread. This time the loaf lay right on the bed of moss where Tommy had slept. Rubbing his eyes, he sat up and ate the bread right away, not pausing once to look for the baker. A thought struck him. All he ate yesterday had been the cornbread. Yet he did not hunger for anything more that day. This had never happened to him before. He always ate more than that. Why not yesterday? Someone must be playing, he thought. The youngster looked all around and found no one as before. All he saw were the beautiful flowers that grew both on the grassy floor and on the trees that stood proudly here. The only motions he saw were the scampering of small forest animals doing their daily chores. In any case, here Tommy felt safe, though still confused. Not knowing what else to do, he felt little harm in calling out for someone. "Hello. Thank you for the cornbread. It was real good. Can you help me? I'm lost and I really want to go home." A lump finally swelled in his throat. Loneliness really started to sadden him. Just then he heard a rustling off to his left. Swiftly he turned his gaze and looked, only seeing the leaves on the ground and the tall grass move back upright. Suddenly to his right the same sound came. He looked over in the direction and found the same scene. He glared in frustration as he saw the blades of grass waving left to right, as if taunting him. "Ahem," came a high-pitched sweet voice to the boy's left. Facing the new sound, the boy nearly jumped out of his shoes as he viewed the small, skinny man standing next to him. Nearly 3 feet tall, the man who wore bright green and auburn summer clothes smiled at Tommy. His face carried delicate features, shrouded with a deeper knowledge. The wide smile showed a few missing teeth and a playful attitude. "Hello," said the youth, still slightly stunned. "My name is Tommy," continued the boy as his wide eyes embraced the little man curiously. The little man bowed graciously to the bow. "And I am Iwi Evoli," proudly stated the man. "What kind of name is that?" inquired the youth with a dumb smile. "It's my name," replied the sprightly clothed man with an aura of vanity. "What are you?" asked the boy. The little man gave the boy a stupid smirk filled with disappointment. "Do they not teach you children anything useful at your schoolhouses these days?" Tommy looked at the man a little harder, while his mind sorted through all his memories. Soon he recalled what this man really was. His face lit up with the recognition. "You're an elf!" he exclaimed joyfully, slapping his leg like his father would. Uevoli's frown grew even darker as he heard those insulting words. "My dear boy," he rebutted patronizingly, "I would like to educate you. First of all, I am not an elf. I am a puck, or what some of your people call a wood fairy, but I am certainly not an elf." The contempt in the puck's voice rode deep, but carried a single ounce of sting. "Now you said something about needing help," continued the wood fairy in a lighter tone. His smile returned, reassuring the boy. "Ah, yes, I do. I'm lost," Tommy struggled to say. He still shook from the shock of his newest encounter and his last lesson. "I see, and what do you want me to do about it?" The little man inquired as he leaned up against nothing but air, resting his elbow and hip on empty space. He seemed truly interested in Tommy's plight. "Wow, how do you do that?" Tommy chirped, trying to imitate Uevoli's stance, failing miserably, causing him to fall. The puck frowned again, motioning his hands to imply that the boy should continue talking. "Oh, okay, I'd like you to take me home, to my parents." Once done with his statement, he rose to his feet again. "And what will you give me to take you there?" asked the puck, as he grinned greedily at Tommy. The boy stood back in astonishment. Did he hear the puck right? His confused glaze turned to a sour frown, as he realized that he did understand what was said to him. His face sobered even more when he felt his pockets and found nothing to give this little man. "I have no money to pay you," said Tommy, as a wave of fear came over him. He did not want to be lost again. "Do I look like someone who could walk into one of your marketplaces and use money?" The puck seemed humoured by the concept. "No, I guess not." "Then what do you want?" Tommy asked again, relieved, both because he did not want to pay money and the puck did not find out about his new shiny coin. "To take you back to your parents, you must give me something that only you can give." Uevoli's face lit up with greed and anticipation of his payment. Not waiting for a reply, the little man continued. "I will leave you until you decide what you are going to give me. When I return, you can tell me what I will get." The boy wanted to object, but Uevoli vanished into thin air before the first words of protest formed on Tommy's lips. Time passed, so did the moods of the forest's young visitor. Upon the return of the wood fairy, a new air filled the glen. Grass yanked out of the ground lay strewn about. Leaves plucked off their branches covered the grass in various states of repair. Tommy had no idea what this puck wanted. His tirade here displayed this well. Seeing the little man only made the boy more uptight and anxious to get back to his parents. He knew they were probably going to give him the spanking of his life. "So have you decided?" asked the soft melodic voice that emanated from the small grinning face. "I don't know what you want," shouted the boy as he crumpled up another leaf in his hand. "Well, do you have any ideas?" asked the puck encouragingly. "I only have money," said Tommy as he grabbed into his special pocket for his shiny new coin. "I don't want it," flatly stated the puck. "I want something that only you can give." Uevoli smiled at the irate boy. "You have this beautiful Glen. You got all these flowers. What can I give you?" Tommy's face reddened. His hands trembled and another tantrum ensued. "That will do," Uevoli chimed gleefully. "What?" screamed Tommy in frustration. "You have made your offer, and I accept. We will leave immediately," the puck said, leaving no time to argue with him. "What was my offer?" asked Tommy, as he clammed down. Your memories of my Glen, of course. You have seen it in ways I have no been able to in many years. I will take your memories, and then take you to your parents. Wee Evoli spoke triumphantly, as he knew the masterful deal he had just haggled. Okay, the tired boy said. He did not understand the deal fully. He just wanted to go home. Later on that day, Tommy came home. He had no knowledge of where he had been for the last 2 days. His parents did not believe him, but were overjoyed at having him home safe. They were all happy, even Tommy, though he did not know why. The most happy of all was Wee Evoli. Enthralled, he sat comfortably in his glen recounting his new memories of his beautiful Glen.